First off, this is going to be a little long-winded, and first off, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. Yes, I'm being wished a happy Father's Day by Abby. Abby and Gabby. That's kind of confusing after a while. Okay, there you go. I'm petting you. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to wish every family a happy Father's Day. For those that are here and those that are departed, think of a loved one that you've had, and just enjoy the day. With that said, I'd like to address a few things. First of all, as always, it's Sunday, so I usually do this and kind of catch up and let you know what's going on this week. We've done a ton of stuff this week. We painted Descent. We got that done. We played Descent. We played Warhammer Quest, and I have to tell you, we were kind of disappointed with Warhammer Quest after playing it 3 times. Last night, it almost felt painful to play it, especially after playing with the app with Descent, and we actually really enjoyed that, I think, a little bit more. But we got to play Descent a little bit more to see if as we go, we're going to enjoy it more. And I have to admit, I kind of boxed up the Silver Tower, and it's getting ready to be put away, to be honest with you. And since we have all this wrapped up Descent stuff, we're actually thinking of breaking that more open and painting that and getting it correct and going forward. But the real reason I'm making this, over the last month or two, or last 6 months, I made a lot of comments about people getting Patreon and Kickstarters and things like that, and I've got a lot of email about it. Surprisingly, I make my email very, very open to people to comment on things. You can find me at novaprime860@hotmail.com if you like to comment in private, and I always leave myself very open for you guys to get a hold of me. This tail, oh my god. Alright, I'm not going to fall for it because I pet her too much, and then all of a sudden she wants to play and starts biting playfully, and that's when it goes bad. I wonder if this is the new microphone I'm supposed to have. Hello? Hello? Dumb cat. But I made a lot of comments with that, and here we are coming up on a year that we've really been doing our segments and stuff very seriously, and really pushing hard with the channel, raising money and so forth and so on, which this channel's been about, as well as just opening up my home to you guys and making you feel very comfortable and having a place to go. Maybe you don't have a game group, or maybe your game group's not playing that week, that you can always jump into ours and feel like you're a part of it. And I open up my family, I open up my home. Even when I paint, I try to take it to a certain degree where you feel very comfortable. But a lot of comments have been made about Sorastro. I think that's the name of his channel. I don't like him, or I don't like this one or that one, or Board Game Brawl, or so forth and so on. Joel, if these guys raise money, or even Tom, there's been some comments, and when I've made those statements, and matter of fact, when I've made those statements, it doesn't include those people, and I'm going to explain this in a little detail so I don't ever have to explain this again. When I make those comments about people raising money, I'm talking about that person that decides to take advantage of you guys. Okay? That person that thinks that they can just make a vlog, or vlog, whatever you want to call it, and get you to pay for all their equipment, get you to pay for all their games, and they add nothing. They give you no real content, except trying to sell you like a snake oil salesman. There are people in this business that have a lot of talent, okay, and they offer you something, okay. Those are the people I have no problem with. But when people say that they need $400 for makeup and hair, well, you want to know something? That's a ton of shit, to put it plain, okay. That's just trying to use you guys because they can show you a little bit of content and take advantage of you. Here's a little bit. You like it. Now pay me. Give me everything I want so I can become famous, I think, YouTube famous or whatever, and take advantage of you. Okay, so I don't have to work. Okay, there's people like Sinestro. I have a problem always saying that. I always think of the guy from Green Lantern. That is a real legitimate talent. And he puts a lot of work into these videos. And I've decided to take a look at them. This guy's a real talent. He's a real talent. And there's room on the internet for both of us, or YouTube for the both of us. And there's room for a ton of us. Okay? Thousands of us even. What he does and what I do are two different things. Okay? My objective, being an average painter and more of a teacher, is to take and get fathers and sons, mothers and daughters, people that haven't painted in 15, 20 years, and get them to pick up a brush again and show them how easy it is to just enjoy the hobby, to pick up and just paint. Doesn't matter your skill, so forth and so on, that comes. And I try to teach that. I can take you to a certain point. And I can explain it better than I can do it a lot of times. These hands are old, these eyes are gone, okay? I give everything I have, okay? I do the best I can, okay? It's not perfect. It's not show quality. I wouldn't even sell half my stuff, okay? All right? I donate it to charity in hopes that somebody, if they, even if I took a massive loss on it, that's $10 more, at least that can help some family, okay? People like Sinestro is that when I get you to a certain point and you feel that you're right there, it's the next step. Because all the things that I've talked about, he takes it the next step and moves you along so you can possibly have that kind of quality of miniature. And that's the beauty of what he does. He does a wonderful job of it, and it's beautiful. I mean, the production is ridiculous. So this guy who has a legitimate talent wants to do this for a living, and I applaud him for that, okay? Because it's something he loves to do, okay? Not some cookie cutter guy that comes in and says, well, I can do this. Come shake my hand at a convention and jump on my Kickstarter and pay for 10 episodes where I'm going to promise you all this content and never deliver on it. A lot of people do that. Either publishers and so forth and so on, they don't deliver on what they promise you. Okay? There's no promises here. I do the best I can to get what I can out. But you want to know something? I'm doing it on my own dime. Okay? And believe me, last year, since July I started doing this, well actually the end of June, because I started filming all the Forbidden Star stuff that I got ready. Actually, it was June. So it's been a year since we've been doing this very seriously. For 1 year that we've been doing this, okay, I've made $215 from YouTube ads. I'm telling you straight up what I made. Okay, and I just claimed it in May. I'd open my books to everybody so you could see it. And how much do you think I've given away, and all the charities and things I've done? A heck of a lot more. Getting a new camera, getting new stands. As a matter of fact, we got a new stand. If you notice, we now have a certain angle with a new stand that we bought yesterday. Some new lighting that we still are working on because we finally got this place cleaned out a bit. And of course now it's the summer. So I'm hoping that, I can start some of my other things that I had, my painting stories and some of the other things, which this cat is licking my hand. I know she's going to bite me any second now. But these things, and you don't see me complaining about this. Now, if this channel becomes stagnant in another year or two, and I've got an audience, there may come a point where I say, hey, I'd like to do a Patreon where, something to help me give you more content, to really do something legitimate. But I have to build a catalog. I have to build something here, something that is worthwhile. Right now, I don't feel any of it's worthwhile. There's a certain quality to it. Okay, so I don't ask you guys for anything. I try to take it on my own and take care of charities and so forth and so on. In the last year, have I made some mistakes? Yes. Yes, I have. I've made too many mistakes. Okay? And I regret all the mistakes I've made. I could have done better in a lot of different situations. Okay? And I can think of two offhand. Okay? I could have handled things a little bit better. But it's very hard for me to say no a lot of times, especially when you get backed into a corner sometimes. That's neither here nor there. I could have done things, I could have taken advantage of people too and said, hey, yeah, sure, I'll paint your blood rage, pay me this amount, okay? And sit here and just did whatever. But I don't feel good enough about the quality of stuff that I do to sell it to someone. And that's why I don't do commissions, and nor will I ever, okay? I don't feel comfortable enough. Listen, I'm very sure of myself. I've done more things in my lifetime than you can ever imagine, and I've accomplished more than you can ever. I'm not going to sit here and give you my entire resume, okay? But I am going to tell you that I'm very sure of myself. I know what my strengths and my weaknesses are, and that's what I can take. That's what I give. That's what I know, and that's where I stay focused on. So as far as problems with Sorastro or even Nick or anybody that does their Kickstarters, or Joel or Jay Aiden or any of those guys that I really respect, these guys have earned the right to make a living and to get money into their channels. They have a huge following. They deserve what they have. My comments are for people that, because all of a sudden one day they sit in front of a computer and they can snake oil charm you, okay, and treat you like a bunch of marks and not give you anything and take everything from you and give nothing back. Those are the people I have a problem with, and that's what gives YouTube a bad name. But there are people that are on these channels that do this for a living and have families, or maybe take like Nick. Now Nick can care less whether I live or die, okay? Or approve of him or disapprove. That's one of the things I like about him, okay? He's not afraid to say what he thinks. Just like me, I'm not afraid to say what I think, okay? And I respect that, okay? Sometimes he says things I wish I should say, but I don't say them, okay? Here's a kid that, and for me, being very old, he is a kid to me, okay? That's living on his own, trying to do the best he can, working a full-time job, and then comes home and maybe gets 15 hours sleep in a week, because he's constantly living up to the commitments that he makes because of how well he does what he does, okay? And he provides you a service, probably one of the best services. Joel, Drive-Thru Theater, another one, okay? Rado does a great job with his run-throughs, okay? Off the wall, but very, very good. Rodney Smith, another guy, okay? He's able to make a living, take care of his family, and provide you a service. There's a big difference. These guys have huge followings, okay? I'm talking about the Mickey Mouse guy that all of a sudden gets a couple subscriptions and says, well, let me take advantage of people, okay? I could throw some flashy lights and make you pay for all my games. Or there's a particular girl out there I know that all of a sudden, because you're a girl, you take advantage of somebody. Hey, listen. I supported many girl-run websites. Girl Game Shelf to point out, okay? I've tried to help them the best I can to get to their Kickstarter goal, because they are doing something very unique. But the person that's able to bat their eyes, okay, and just try to take advantage of you, I disagree with, okay? And it's not even a girl-man thing as much as it is just people taking advantage of you, your hard-earned dollar, where you could take those dollars and spend that money on your own stuff and play in your own groups and enjoy your own thing. She's falling asleep. I must be boring the crap out of all you guys. Being able to take care of yourself, your families and stuff like that, or get the things that you want, that you see me run out and get and say, wow, that looks like a lot of fun. I think watching them play it would be a great thing. My channel's a lot different, okay? I do reviews. They're not great. I don't have publishers sending me anything. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't even give me the time of day. And that's understandable. I get it. This is not a channel that a lot of people come to or go to and say, well, there's a new game out. What does Rob think about it? My channel is more, hey, Rob, this is something I like to listen to while and watch him paint and watch him get me to a certain level and get me inspired to paint. Or he opens up his home, and no, there's no fancy music or anything like that. There's a television in the background because my wife's watching it, but everybody's gathered around the table having a good time, and we're watching and communicating with other people within the community and just enjoying a few hours together. That's what I try to accomplish with this channel, as well as show you new games, show you painting styles, and just about everything else, or just talk about my life. Okay? I'm not the star here, it's a community, and that's what we tried to do with this channel. Okay? And so I just wanted to clear that up. I know it was long-winded, and please, I hope nothing gets misconstrued, especially when I was talking about girls and stuff like that. I am a big fan of people getting involved. The Tinas of the world, the Christinas of the world. This is a hobby that's open to everybody and should be. But it also shouldn't be taken advantage. It should be taken seriously, and it should be something where everybody has an outlet to enjoy themselves and get away from a very wicked world. Okay? I work a job where, I'm telling you, I see it every day. Okay? The horrors of life. Okay? And I'm telling you right now, okay? This is my getaway. This is my little haven. This is my world that I can just forget about the rest of the world. And I think we all need those. We all need to come together and just enjoy each other as human beings. Race, color, creed, whatever. Okay? Mars, Venus, Pluto, wherever you come from. Okay? This is open to everybody. I want everybody to come here and feel this channel is a safe haven and not feel that you have to be obligated to anything. Okay? I've never asked anybody for anything, and I'm not going to ask anybody for anything. Okay, I did try to get some sponsorship, but nobody's interested. And that's fine. That's fine. We will continue to try to do the best we can to improve this channel and not keep it stagnant or boring or anything like that. We're going to do our best in the next year coming up to make some improvements as we can. But like everybody else, I have roofs and air conditioning, central air that has to be repaired and replaced after 15, 16 years, as well as just putting kids through college. But I do my best, and I give you everything I've got, okay? And I don't complain about it. And I'm not here to complain about it. I'm clearing up a series of your emails that were sent to me, and I want to make sure that everybody understands my position, my respect for the people that are out in this community, my respect for the people I look up to within this community, okay? And the respect that I have for myself, the self-respect that I have to be honest and open with you and to admit my failures as well as my successes. Okay? It's convention season. We're coming up on it. I hope if you're at a convention, you'll come up and shake my hand and just say hi. I'll probably and tell me what your handle is on this YouTube channel so I know who you are. And maybe I already know who you are. Okay? A lot of you have been around for the last year, and you have made a very positive impact. I consider everybody that's on here a friend, and I look forward to meeting you guys, whether at Gen Con, Dice Tower Con, Hurricane, whatever con it may be, or just plain having contact through email, whatever it takes. That's the kind of openness I want. It doesn't matter whether I have 200 subscribers or 2,200 subscribers. Okay? I try to treat everyone and respond to everyone, even if it means sitting in front of a screen for an hour to 2 hours, replying to everyone. I do the best I can. With that said, I wish you all the best of Father's Days. I wish you all the best. Okay, and you guys are a big part of this channel. I couldn't do half the things I do without you, and I want you to know how important you are to me, and how important you are to my family, and how much my family enjoys bringing you guys into our home each and every weekend whenever we do it. So expect more content this week, more games, maybe even some games today. Who knows? You never know. I've got to get even with those guys, especially after that Lord of Waterdeep disaster. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of this, hey, give yourself a pat on the back, because boy, I can talk, can't I? And Abby, do you want to say goodbye? No? 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 A little bit? You're going to wave a tail? Yeah, there you go. She said goodbye. There you go. With that said, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you during the week. It's convention season. Get ready for a lot of coverage.